Okay, to start up the WebUI Lite, all we need to do is SSH into the Raspberry Pi and run the app.py in the camera directory. And then all we need to do is start up any browser like this and type in the URL or the IP address for the Raspberry Pi, which is in this case 192.168.2.66, and then :8080, and that will pop up this streaming web server from the Raspberry Pi. So it's streaming this live video, and I'm actually capturing this with a screen capture right now. This is a very quick run through of the WebUI Lite controls. You can see it has orientation settings. We can flip it horizontal or vertical. We can adjust the autofocus using either manual or auto or continuous. We can adjust the gain exposure settings. Quite flexible here. It even has a AE flicker mode off. And then there's auto white balance settings, which is kind of useful. We can set it for tungsten, which will blow it out. We could adjust that by setting the gain and exposure settings. We can go with fluorescent, indoor, daylight, cloudy, etc. And we can do brightness and contrast settings. So if I want to increase the brightness of hair, we can do that, and then crank up the contrast. Whoa. Yeah, that's a bit much. Bring it back. We can adjust sharpness and saturation, all kinds of stuff. There's some cropping information here, and the capture settings for the resolution. So I seem to have messed up the gain and exposure using my auto white balance, or brightness and contrast I should say. That's more like it. There we go, back to normal. But there are a lot of settings here, and we can capture image, do time-lapse capture. We can view the image gallery up here in the menu bar. And these are some images that I've captured before. And we can go back to that. And there's camera info. So here we can see that we are using the camera module version 3. And its resolution and so on. So it has all kinds of things you can do. And I'm just capturing this using a screen capture of the video at this moment. So while I'm here, I want to demonstrate the panning feature of this camera, and it's just panned using a magnet on the Pico Porch controller. So I'm going to do a couple of different pannings. So there's one, panning counterclockwise, and a second 4-second segment of panning over to the far fence, and then coming back. Now I've got huge contrast there, which I would have to adjust with the controls. But then panning out of the bright sunlight, we're back to start on the porch.